What's going on, guys? Welcome to another one take where me and Spitz is just here about to do it. Listen, man, calm down. I know. So he's been outside for a little bit, and I'm just getting him now. And he's like, "Where you been at? You left me out here for a while." Listen, sometimes you got to be outside for a while, all right? So I'm doing this video as a response to somebody who watches my content, so want to definitely thank you for watching. Want to thank you for inspiring me to make this video as well. We've been going back and forth in my most recent video, the one talking about Xbox is dying as a brand, and so this is for Delusions of Grandeur. So we've been going back and forth because he's an Xbox person, and I do like PlayStation a little more than Xbox. So he was saying how great Game Pass is, and I was like, cool, but I do have GameFly. And so we got into this whole GameFly versus Game Pass. And I just want to say for the record, I've always said I think that Game Pass is really good. To be able to get a bunch of games in a service for one fee every month is cool. Now, my only issue with Game Pass is it's more of a subscription, and I always say it, and people get mad, but it's for people who don't care what games they're playing. Now, this is what I mean. Yes, you will know that the Xbox games are coming to Game Pass, right? So you know of Call of Duty, you know of Gears of War, you know of Forza, you know of, a lot of stuff. Bethesda games, blah, blah, blah. And that's cool. That is big. But all the other games you don't know, or you might see a video that they're coming, and you just, hey, we'll see what happened next month, right? Now, the difference is GameFly is for a more specific gamer. For instance, you'll look and say, oh, I want that game. So you'll click on it and you'll get it. Now, yes, we gotta be real. It's gonna take a few days to come to you. When you send it back, which is cool, what people don't know is the moment the U.S. Postal Service scans it, GameFly considers they have it returned. They'll send you your next game. What a lot of people don't know also is as long as your account is in good standing, you have a thing where you click on and say, I'm returning it now. Before you even put it in the post office, you click, or put it in the mailbox, you click, I'm returning it now, and it automatically lets GameFly know that we can start sending your next game. Now, they also have a thing where, let's say it's a brand new game, right? Because yes, the games are on a high, medium, low, very low. If it's very low, chances are it's not going to be the next game you get. So you could do once a month a thing called Game Lock, where you click on a game that you definitely want as soon as they come out, and they'll start sending it in the mail a day or the same day that it comes out. So you get those games pretty early. And then the last thing is there's a thing where you could do your preference, right? You could say, okay, I want my top game, because you put your games in order of what you want. Let's say your top game is very low, right? That means you can't get it. You could use your mail-in preference as I will wait up to 7 days, 1 week, for you guys to try to give me my top game. So don't send me the very next game, meaning you could get the game that's fastest to come to you, but it might be based off of how fast it will come to you, meaning, oh, this game is in this warehouse that's closer to the state that you live in. All right, now with all that information about getting the games to come in the mail, because that is important, even if it takes me a couple days to get a game in the mail, for me, GameFly is still better than Game Pass. And this is what it comes down to. I'm a gamer and I'm all about games. Yes, you can say quantity on Game Pass is there because you got 400 something games you could download or play from the cloud at will. No waiting. Cool. But here's the kicker. Those games are only about 400 plus games, and that's it. And they send some leave, some come in. All right? That's still good. That's a lot of games. You can play back to back if you want. But I dare you to take your game library from Game Pass and put it up against not GameFly's whole library, just the games I've played. And if you say, hey, you could play these games versus these games, 9 times out of 10, I think the people are going to they're going to pick my games. And this is why. Why he was saying, well, look, when I'm playing a game on Game Pass, I get to save money because I didn't have to pay for those games, and then I could buy another game. Well, the other game you will buy more than likely will be a game that's not in Game Pass because you would have been able to play it. So for me, GameFly has every game unless it's not physical. If it's only digital, like when Alan Wake 2 came out, it was only digital, so it wasn't on GameFly. When Ninja Gaiden Ragebound came out recently, it was digital only, and then on September 16th, it came to GameFly because that's when you was able to get it on physical. So even if I had to wait, the games you are paying money for because you got a chance to save up money because you didn't pay for games, right? Because they're on a service. Those would have been the games I was playing. For instance, Warhammer 40,000, Space Marines 2 on GameFly. For instance, Expedition 33, that was on Game Pass. It was also on GameFly. Ninja Gaiden 4, it's also on GameFly. I could go on and on and on of the top games. For instance, just think of all the games you can't play on Game Pass. Like Arc Raiders coming out. Is that in Game Pass? No. Little Nightmares 3 I got right now. Is that on Game Pass? No. Just think of it. Just think of Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat 1. Just think of any of these top games. The games that's on Game Pass, they're also on GameFly. Because Game Pass has games for PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. And then other stuff like the Game Boy and the older PlayStation, the older Xbox. GameFly got you covered when it comes to the games. So even if I had to wait a little bit to get a game that you're currently playing, just know I could get games that you can't get in Game Pass. You're not getting the games that's in GameFly, right? So like all of the top big games, Ghost of Tsushima, you just pull a name of a game out the hat. Battlefield. Oh wait, you could get Call of Duty in Game Pass. That's cool. Can you get Battlefield in Game Pass? No, but you can get both Battlefield and Call of Duty on GameFly. Matter of fact, the game that I game locked for November is Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I'll be getting that as soon as it come out. So yes, you do gotta wait a couple days, but you can't match the games that's in GameFly. Like if a cool trailer came out right now and it was for console and it had a physical copy, you can't just say, oh, I'm getting that when it comes to Game Pass. No. You have to be like, I hope it comes to Game Pass. I don't have to hope it comes to GameFly. It will be on GameFly. I think that's pretty much enough I could say. But I would love to hear what you guys say. Pretty much is case closed. Again, anybody want to counter me? Come to the Tuesday podcast called Keeping It Real with the Cowboy. And then I want you to tell me your games. You could come on the panel or you could be in the chat. Tell me your games that you played on game. Hey, calm down, boy. Tell me your games that you played on Game Pass, and I'll pull up my whole list of games I played, let's say this year, on GameFly. And if somebody had to pay for your list or pay for my list, let's see which list they choose. Because I've been playing some of the bangers. I've been playing Split Fiction. I played, like, you name it, I've been playing the big games. And then there's the games that I don't really care about that's still on GameFly, that you can't get on Game Pass, that I didn't play, that you will want to play. I'm just saying. And also, GameFly does not cost $30 a month. I'm just saying. Now, I only do the one game a month because I like to get a game, play it, beat it, send it back, move on to the next game. And, yeah, that's only $21 a month or something. Well, with that being said, dude, I'm going to put you down. But the people are watching, all right? Come on, man. With that being said, there's only one last thing to say, and that is, and now your mama knows. Oh, man.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. Gaming, vlogging, podcast, movie reviews, product reviews. I've been vlogging my life since 2011. Every birthday, Christmas, Valentines Day is on this channel. Even my honeymoon in Mexico, swimming with sharks, and more. So whatever video brought you here, check out the playlist with that same type of content. And now, your mama knows.